Okay, welcome to the live session New York. Let's get started with this shit. So, what's going on today? I traded London session as usual. Didn't live stream it. I gave a signal, which didn't work. We didn't take a loser, but market didn't tag us, and it run to our TP, GBP, JPY. You can see what happened here. So, after we failed to get entry here, I kind of studied breakaway gaps, and I realized this is a breakaway gap, and there is no too much of a reason for us to run down here. That's what I realized, and so I'm starting and trying to utilize the concept of breakaway gaps a little bit more, and so that way I could be able to enter more precisely in these trades without getting swerved, because I could have easily entered from here. If you assume that this is breakaway gap, you could even have your stop somewhere in here. Target would be anyway up here, so that could be a 2R, and if you are just not quite sure about that, you created that 30-minute gap that you are expecting to get revisited into, so the real entry would have probably been that low, and you could easily have your stop down here to get like 2R trade. So this kind of things work quite well, and so yeah. So I was getting into this, obviously couldn't execute because it didn't come to my area that I was looking at. If you are interested in catching these trades with me, because I'm not live streaming every day, or every session rather. So if you're interested in this, you should come to my Discord. I have the Discord link in my description, YouTube channel bio, whatever you call it. So here I post market analysis, trade signals, everything that you could hope for. So there's not too many people right now. When the channel grows, I might even start monetizing my audience, in some way. So create like paid Discord group where I put some more premium content and give like a little bit more like personalized help for people. But as of now, I'm doing everything free. So if you wanna get like one-on-one support or anything helping you to become a better trader, join to my Discord. It's totally free, everything for free. And if I ever make it like a paid product, you won't have to pay for it. So that's totally free value for you. You don't lose anything. And also subscribe to the channel. That's totally free as well, and helps me to make and continue with this shit. So yeah, I'm going to give you tonight. I will post a YouTube video about the London session and New York session and everything that I identified today. But so yeah, right now I'm not going to go through this too in depth. I also today London session I executed here. You can see how we started moving down nicely. Moved break even after I saw what GU was doing. So around here I was already break even. So this is a break even trade. In my opinion, it's still a good trade. Maybe the draw liquidity was wrong, or I don't know what's the problem here. But understanding how Friday usually works out, I'm trying to be a little bit more, especially when GU and EU are both going a little bit to a different direction, and GU is moving a little bit more further up, and EU is looking like it's selling off, and it's Friday. I need to be a little bit more careful with my entries and start and just that kind of shit show. So I will also go through this trade in my day recap. In the evening I will post that to you, but now it's New York session time, so let's just actually let's just have all of this here, and I don't know what's going on here. There you go. So what I'm gonna do is actually didn't why do I have that like that? But yeah, the real trade was here and the entry from the breaker. And so let's just hide all of this shit so it's easier to proceed with our trading. GBP, JPY, same shit. So what's up in here? Let's identify the pairs that I'm interested to take a trade today. So let's start with from my main pairs, AUD USD. What are we doing? My trading style kind of involves very clear-cut confluences. So if I don't see with like a quick glance any clear price action or nice trades, I will just quickly move to the next pair. You understand what I'm saying? So for example, AU. Looking at this quickly, daily chart. I'm still expecting us to sell off, but at the end of the day, I cannot really expect much because we are in this massive order block. So we tapped that mean threshold there, so we could easily buy a little bit further up. The price action to the upside is a little bit like a choppy one, so we could kind of shift to the downside, but again, we got range to drive to the upside, and we are in an area where we could technically reverse and give a lot of like a little bit of retracement. So I'm not actually interested in taking anything on AU. If I only traded AU, I could try to force some type of setup, but no, I'm not taking anything here. Okay, that's the first one. Let's just move that a little bit. My webcam, there you go. So yeah, AU, no chance. GBP USD, you can see how I've projected this one in the hourly chart. So GBP USD, we got still range to go down. We got that gap. We are clearly in kind of retracing conditions in market, in like the high time frame perspective. We are retracing this huge price leg in a weekly. And so this could be our breakaway gap in the overall scheme of things, if you think about the fact that we would be growing towards that area overall. But we have swept a lot of buy side, so I cannot really expect that to be a breakaway gap. It could be, but I don't have any expectations. I'm like at this point an observer of price, so I'm really just looking at how price reacts at that order block. That's your 4-hour order block. How does price react in that? And also in that 4-hour imbalance. So we are expecting price to draw lower here. Then we got the hourly structure. Respecting that hourly, there you go. And you can see how I've drawn this risk reward tool here. So if I traded hourly chart, I would be just entering off that mitigation block there. Sell entry on hourly time frame, that could be totally valid. And you can see we are selling off, so we are not taking buys in GEO, but we have quite like clear structure, so we could be able to sell off nicely and have a sell position opened. Let's see. Now we need to remember that this is Friday, so Friday sometimes price will fail to move any significant way. Let's just take a look at Forex Factory, forexfactory.com. There you go. What do you have here? It's Friday, so it's core PCE price index. So meaning, let's just take a look at my trading there. High impact news drivers here. Core PCE price index. PCE. So I've got here all the data of how price moves, and conclusion, I'm pretty sure this has something to do with inflation rates and maybe CPI. Volume seems to be fairly high, avoid. So then I've collected all cases, so you can see how these candles usually print out during this news driver. So these are not like look at the London range previously. Usually the candle kind of, it's either a little bit small like that, or then it kind of fills the London range mostly. So it's nothing like CPI or NFP or anything like that, in which case it would absolutely wank every side of the market. But so let's say we are in a sell. Let's say market does this, it comes up and we are in a sell from that area, and market is trading somewhere here when the news comes out. It would be totally fine to hold this, in my opinion. Like we are not going to have any like these kind of wicks here. That's not what this news driver kind of does. So let's keep in mind this, and GBP/USD is definitely possibly printing as something. Now, the difference between GU and EU is that EU swept Asian lows, whereas GU did not. And GU is building much more sell side and moving much more bearishly, whereas EU is kind of ranging here. So I don't like the price action in EU. If we were truly bearish, we would have broken to the downside in London session because we swept the internal there. So this is just something I might not be willing to take a part of. So GU actually looks decent, so we're moving that to this setup section where I'm looking to take setups. Let's take a quick look at gold. And well, what time was that news driver? It was 15:30, so in 5 minutes. So gold, I'm not sure. It's kind of consolidating large Asian range. Now we're respecting this Asian gap, which I don't really know what that means. The higher time frame draw for the week was for me like towards this weekly fair value gap, because you can see that's fair value gap in weekly. Obviously, I now understand that this is a breakaway gap, but breakaway gaps can be invalidated and they can be like a regular fair value gap if we have swept buy side. So we create breakaway gap, but it's not breakaway gap necessarily anymore because we swept the longer high time frame swing high here. So now we could expect price to push lower and then reject maybe upside or give even further retracement to the downside, because there's a sell side liquidity in monthly there. You can see how that kind of worked out. This candle created fair value gap, then, or this rather created it, but you can see how that closed much below this high, and then the next candle didn't break any of the monthly range, and now we are swept all these highs. So I would think that there is a chance that we come back down here. So, but that's not too important in this point of time. What I would want to see is, if we are selling off, I would want to see a sweep of these highs, because like, and it wouldn't necessarily have to happen, but because we're kind of consolidating up here and we are not willing to move lower, that kind of makes me think that, okay, I would want to see sweep of these highs or some kind of sweep of liquidity. You know what I'm saying? We are also respecting this bullish hourly. So let's keep things in mind. Maybe gold could give us setup today, so I'm moving it there. Let's quickly evaluate all this that I haven't flagged. 80 CAD, don't like it. 80 CHF, don't like it. 80 JPY, nope. We're pushing towards that high. I don't think we are able to get a trade. AUD NCD doesn't move during New York anyways, to my liking. Like a couple of days ago, I was looking for buys from this POI, and you can see what happened. New York did nothing, then shift from like new day open here, shift from New York to Asia, and we move like I would have expected us to move as well. So AUD NCD doesn't move too nicely. This one, CAD CHF rejecting away from here. We're clearly pushing lower, maybe taking some of that fair value gap further down. I don't like that either. Either the structure isn't really. So how about this price leg? Could this offer long? You got a fair value gap here, which is not breakaway gap, so we could expect price to trade towards that area actually. And we swept a lot of sell side, so this structure doesn't necessarily invite me to take buys here. This would be rather like a tape reading setup where I'm just trying to make my eye better at with like a reading price and understanding drawn liquidity. But if you wanted to be in, we could be in right now. I'm not in though. I have no clue if this is going to run. This could easily stab a little bit lower. And especially we got the news in 1 minute 40 seconds. So yeah, no, I'm not going to take a trade there. Let's just, so Geo was the trade that pair that I'm most interested in right now. Theoretically you could take something like this. I don't like how we came so close to that high and then didn't sweep that. Now we got news. News push price lower, which I'm not sure if it's good or bad thing. News push price back up. This would be the order block that you want to see respected if we are bearish. So this would be the best possible entry in my opinion. 50-minute order block. Obviously, I'm not going to take this because I don't think this is high probability, just based on the fact how EU and DXY are moving. Like, I don't know if DXY is going actually up to the upside. We're kind of consolidating. This is not a high probability price range. And yeah, this could kind of work out, but at the end of the day, I don't know, man. You could take like low risk sell, and you could still try to get in up here, so that's totally fine if you want to take it. I'm not going to take it. This week has been a little bit slower, but we have done some shit that wasn't totally to my plan, and but I'm learning from it, so that's totally fine. It's actually a blessing that I'm able to learn from these things. But yeah, let's continue with this. We were like JPY. So we got JPY. This was the possible long there. CHF JPY. Looking at what London range created, you could continue buying somewhere up here, possibly. Not too interested though. Euro AUD. How about that one? Looks like we're leaving that gap unmitigated, but I have no clue where we're moving from here. My high time frame draw could be to the upside, possibly. Look at the trend there. So Euro AUD. So yeah, no trade there. I don't think so. Euro GBP. My buys for the week was kind of wrong. I was thinking of that low, but again, I now understand why we wouldn't take that out because we took that weekly low already, and so now we've swept a lot of sell side there. So now you want to take minimum that equilibrium, and I don't know where you want to run now, but Euro GBP is not offering right now the setup that I want to see. EuroCAD, what was the thing here? I don't know, but this looks decent as a possible buy towards all these highs. Now the problem is that we're displacing without retracements. If the news pushed like nice sell candle lower, that could be like a nice one. Even this is not a breakaway gap, we're closed quite close to there. So, but if I was long in this, I could be going for something like this. That could be your hourly. So we're keeping that flagged. Give it that flagged. How was this then? Well, I like to see like daily fair value gaps. So for example, here we came close, created almost equal high. So this looks pretty good for like buys to that buy side liquidity, which in this case would mean that okay, the what I would say is this is a breakaway gap. This is not. I would enter from that gap. And again, I'm talking about breakaway gaps because I just learned the concept, and I want to be like I want to learn that kind of concept a little bit better, and I want to be able to apply it to my trading and see it playing out real time. So that's the case. That's what's up. So that's the sell side. I would reduce my entry level much lower, somewhere near that fair value gap low, so that we can catch 2R trade, and that would be the setup for Euro CHF. I'm definitely not going to take this because I don't think this is A+ setup, but it's totally fine. For our liquidity build up here, I think that's totally looking like longs as well, which would mean now what kind of part of this London range am I trusting to put my stop loss below? First of all, I don't know if Euro JPY is actually moving very well during New York. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it clearly does. But here we don't have fair value gaps in hourly, not in 30 minutes. I don't know, 45 minutes is that a little bit weird. So this is not looking something that we should be coming back down if we're moving back up. So yeah, pretty much if you are sure that you should go long here, this area could pretty much hold. So these are just like ideas to go long with like this type of way. I'm just flag this because I don't think I'm going to execute this, but okay, here we'll close that high. Should we expect an expansion during Friday? Well, right now we're clearly expanding and we're reacting away from major areas respecting that 30 minute fair value gap, so this doesn't actually look too bad. I think this kind of long could have enough context for us to execute. Now, I don't know if Euro NZD is actually going to move during New York too much. These are some pairs that tend to move during Asian. You can see how much that can move during Asian. So what's your fair value gap you could go long from? I don't know. All of these are kind of breakaway gaps. You just kind of have to figure out it yourself. This could rip without yourself though, so you need to be, I don't know, try to get something like this. Risk reward is not the greatest, which means that maybe try to reduce your entry level a little bit further down and just hope that everything works out for you. But yeah, Euro NZD doesn't look too bad. GBP AUD, what's about that? What's up with that? I don't like how the daily is kind of playing out. We could retrace further up. That's definitely what I'm thinking here. I'm unflagging that shit. GBP CAD. So we took out that low. We rejected to the upside. We swept that 4-hour high. We're kind of chopping, so I don't really know. I'm not expecting certainly like a reversal slash like expansion to the upside after this kind of price action during Friday. So I don't know. If you're expecting Friday to do Friday things, then I don't really know where this is going to move, because I don't see it really breaking to the downside. But I don't know if Friday is going to give us enough volume to go to the upside, especially when we got that 4-hour gap and we're rejecting it right now, real time. So this could be something that just consolidates for the rest of the day, maybe expands for the downside to the downside for the day, and takes out all of this build sell side, and then kind of consolidates. And I don't know. I'm going to keep this on notes still because it looks something that I still haven't some type of idea. So I like to tape read these and practice my eye. You know what I'm saying? Do we got any fair value gap here? Well, we got that weekly. Tap into that one. I'm not really sure what we're doing here though. We're kind of bearish, but at the same time it's doing selling like it has swept like this relatively equal lows down here. There's stacked sell side. No moving lower. I don't know. I'm just leave it. I might just leave it. You know what I'm saying? Now this could be, if you are truly bearish, we could continue to the downside from here, but GBP JPY, are we bearish though? Well, for the week we surely are, but actually let's take a projection like that, other way around. So I got the TGIF idea from ICT. So usually the very bearish weekly candle will close somewhere around here, which I don't know if it helps us in any way, but I'm definitely not expecting like a huge expansion. I'm expecting this to be your weekly low, because looking at this, we are rejecting away from weekly fair value gap. We have swept sell side inside of that gap. We're now pulling back up. So what I'm thinking is we will reject this daily gap and move lower, but then we will kind of sweep that sell side and then consolidate for the rest of the week. So I don't think we're going to be able to catch anything in here. If you trade like super, if you're sure that that kind of thing would happen, then there's a chance that we are getting like a break of structure to the downside and you could sell off. But I'm possibly not going to take anything there. These setups are not looking too good right now, I'm not going to lie. So TBB NZD, we got structure, stacked highs. There is a chance that we run those highs today. I do see it. I do see that could happen. Now I'm not sure if this should be counted as breakaway gap. I mean, it kind of is. But what I have learned is that just enter off of those, but I don't know, maybe this order block is respected, so we could have like a enter from there, stop around there. This could be like a possible trade. GBP, NZD USD. You should move to opposite direction to GBP NZD. You can see how that's kind of similar structure built. So we're going to flag that one as well. And if we shift like M1 structure here, maybe we could short and sell off NZD CAD. I just don't like the idea that now we're creating weekly low for next week to have a lot of sell side, and then we wouldn't be sweeping any of that. So next week we can sweep a little bit more sell side there. I'm just not going to look at that shit. So here the problem is that we have swept. Okay, here we haven't actually swept that daily gap. End of week retracement could be expected, so this doesn't look too bad actually. If we now again, not sure if this is going to move during New York here at all. Well, this could be actually quite valid trade because we got that daily fair value gap. We have swept a lot of sell side. Look at that low. That's massive wick. That's absolutely massive low. That's daily. That's probably even monthly sell side. There you go. Monthly low. So if that's your sell side, there's a reason for us to push back up. We got that fair value gap. So this actually looks good. Good. But as you can see, the risk to reward is again not the greatest as like this. So I would have my stop just right there and try to enter from that hourly. So if that gives me that kind of trade, that could be this could be valid. That weekly target is being met, so I would say that this is the new weekly high, and we are not going to push up there for the Friday. And we could, but I'm not going to expect that to happen. Look at the weekly. We swept so much buy side there. I cannot expect something like that to happen. So meaning we swept a lot of buy side again in the hourly context, reacting away from that gap. So the question is, do you have some daily target to go to the sell side? Possibly down here. No, should we tap that? I mean, that could happen easily. We could reject and go all the way down. So we need to see like a strong bear action. But I will flag that as well. USD CHF. Breakers jacks to the downside. Is that what is that? Yeah, definitely wouldn't sell. We're trading in that daily. I would rather go for buys for that gap. In which case, you could even enter off of daily, off of hourly perspective. Put your entry from there. Your stop could be around. That would be fine. That one. So we shouldn't really take out the London low if we are going bullish. I don't think so. So this could be a valid long if you are sure that you're going to be able to get the volume to the upside for the Friday. USD JPY actually created equal lows, which again, not sure if we are going to be able to see that massive expansion. Maybe we are just doing this so that smart money gets like a nice target for the week, for the next weekly candle. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea here. So USD JPY, I'm not going to execute here. So we got actually a lot of opportunities identified here. GBP USD, again, sales are valid. This structure is not like I'm not watching this shit being playing out, like stacking highs above my stop loss. There's absolutely no way I'm entering into this, even though it looks valid and totally valid in like a hourly context. Now we could have tried to catch another entry just like this here when it came back up. Maybe if it sweeps these highs once more, we could get in, and maybe I could even do that if this wasn't like Friday again that we're trading. If this was like a Thursday, sorry, not Thursday, Tuesday, we could still expect like massive expansion lower for the rest of the week. So that could be like a chance for us, but right now I'm looking at this and I'm not executing. JPY. Again, what's Euro doing? Euro seems like it's consolidating, so I'm not expecting it to move lower anyways. I would rather take longs towards that high. I'm not now. Again, I've said this multiple times. I cannot expect anything to happen really, but we swept sell side here, mitigated that 15-minute gap. So every kind of idea is right now lining up for longs. So that's really the only way you could make money, in my opinion. There's no sell opportunity anywhere. For Euro USD to play out, we would need to see the XY selling off, which could totally happen concerning this structure. But again, these are low probability conditions in my opinion. I'ma just unflag that. That's shit structure. So you can see how we. Oh wait. What was the? Oh yeah, this is just a fair value gap that I would enter off of if we see this. Well yeah, it's some like a valid in some way, and you can see how we mark that one out. This is when in my trading style, it's better to trust with these session highs and lows in your trading. Like if you try to put your, this is just like some random low. If you're trying to put your stop loss below that, oftentimes you're gonna get induced and liquidated. So the real trade would have been, the best trade would have been put your stop there, wait for that to get turtle souped, and then go for long. Or if you just want to enter off this, because sometimes it could respect this kind of structure, then you just have to have your stop loss and you down here and try to catch like 1-to-1, or which is not my type of trading. So, and I'm still not saying that this will play out, so this is just like an possible idea. But the problem why I don't like this is because you get this range, the equilibrium is nowhere near hit. So like that's the problem here. We got sell side being built, equilibrium below that sell side, so I cannot expect price to move higher even though we are doing all of this. We're rather in sell trend. We're respecting that gap right now, so maybe you could even sell here. How about that one? Euro JPY would be working right now. I don't like how the M1 structure is playing out right now, but usually you shouldn't even be looking at that too much. M30 is pulling easily. But yeah, right now, can't really identify setups. Euro NZD looks the best to my eye right now. Same shit with GBP NZD. It doesn't look bad at all. Like, try to get liquid, try to get market down here. I would have my stop down. Try to have this, and you could make bread with that shit. So GBP NZD actually looks like more like something that would be playing out right now. For your favor, because we are not seeing too big of a retracement in Euro NZD. And if you want to keep your stop down here, the realistic entry would be around in that parallel gap, or a little bit lower even. There you go. So that would be the real trade there. Euro JPY. USD NZD looking bearish. Let's see if we can have a end of week expansion. I cannot expect market to do any type of shit in this kind of conditions. So yeah, USD CAD looking like a possible sell-off. This is counter trend idea. That's why I wouldn't necessarily be interested in executing, but I would want to have my stop up here, which would mean that the entry level would be, I would hope that to get induced once more, because otherwise the risk to reward is kind of bad in my actually looking at this, it could be fine to have here stop around there, in which case we would be already in there. So let's just have that there for the sake of it, have a little bit of fun. If we get like 1 minute proper break of structure with like clean price action, maybe we can possibly look at Euro USD. I don't like that data low there. I mean, Euro USD doesn't really concerned about those at the end of the day. M5 structure right now, like we could get long, but the problem is that we didn't induce the liquidate that London low, and that's exactly what AU likes to do. AU likes to respect the Asian range low in these kind of days and sweep the London low, in which this case it hasn't done that yet. And it doesn't have to, but maybe it could sweep that for our gap, and then we could get in having stopped something like this, but I cannot expect to see this type of moves in Friday. I've said this like a million times here, but no. I'm sorry, no. So yeah, I don't really know what we're doing here right now. Market looks like a little bit like a whack to my eye. Let's just stay looking at this shit, and if nothing pops to my eyes, then I might just end the stream. And it's kind of early. The New York AM, whatever you call it, solar bullet session hasn't even started. But sometimes you don't need to see like what your solar bullet does with like the solar bullet session doesn't do anything special usually. It's just like it's like a good time to trade and whatsoever, but like I don't really mind. And even with these kind of trade ideas with USD CAD, yeah, it could work, but I don't take these kind of setups against the trend, so it doesn't matter for me if it's going to work out or not. So look at that wrenching goal during London. That's absolute dog shit. 0 NZD. Maybe we are going to execute this on GBP NZD because he doesn't look bad. So let's just evaluate this now. I don't like the structure here because it's absolute dog shit. We don't even have feral gaps. Not even in 5 minutes. That's mad. There was one in like 30 minutes. There you go. That one doesn't really mean shit to me. We even close below that. Respect and close below. I would look at this area as your like an order block or whatever you call it, where market should reject this candle. So everything else looks kind of shit. Even GBP even though we identified sell idea, the fact that we're leaving these kind of highs doesn't really tell me that we're selling off. So I would rather scale down to lower time frame and try to buy to those highs rather than try to sell off, even though high time frame could suggest that sells are a viable option. Eurocat is not moving. Look at these 5-minute candles. Fuck off. I'm not going to look at that either. So yeah. We're probably going long, so let's just evaluate this a little bit further. So, why would we go long on GBP NZD? We got buy side here. Nothing else in monthly. We're breaking far above in weekly above this high. So we're not seeing any imminent or immediate pullbacks after we sweep that high, which means that we're probably targeting this buy side here. So that means that we're still long, even though we swept a lot of buy side. Still long. Delhi. We're not giving pullbacks. What's the candle range theory? Like, I don't really know what's the real concept of the theory, but how I like to look at this is, let's just make this a little bit thicker as well. When we close above, we got this day here. When we close above this, I'm expecting also the next day candle to close above. So expecting closure above, expecting here to trade 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 above. So now we are expecting this to get swept and the Friday to make the daily high, weekly candle high. So these ideas are fine. This is the order block that we want to hold, price to hold. The major is that three candle pattern in 15 minutes, which we tapped. And looking at the M30, this looks like a breakaway gap, so I don't actually know if we're going to sweep that, but we're clearly retracing and building liquidity there. So let's see what market could give us if we wanted to execute something like this. GBP NZD is probably like nasty spread for me. I'm trading with funding pips, so and if it's the challenge account still. So let's see if the spread is actually nasty or not. It's probably like 2 pips or some shit. Which for like swing traders is not too bad, but I guess so. But it's just mad when you get into a trade and then you're immediately like $5 in losing in negative, even though like I don't know, but we're about to get into that area. We would buy with, let's put at first 0.5 lots. Oh fuck, what the spread is like 4 pips. There's absolutely no way I'm going to execute this if the retracement is not like deep, because the spread is going to fuck me over, man. I would enter then 1.15 lots, 0.15 lots. Around, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Okay, if that drops properly into that gap, I'm going to enter. But let's say if I execute it now, just that when that hit me, it would have failed me around up here, and now we're having 0.5 R3, 1.5 R3, sorry. So that's absolutely horrendous. So if that kind of, that's around, I need to have the range measurement tool. So the spread, let's say the spread is like this. So we would realistically want to enter around somewhere down here. So give me more push, give me more retracement. I'm in, but I'm not going to be too mad about this if it doesn't. Give me like a further push still. That's what we need to have. Like, I'm sorry, but I cannot get into this otherwise. Let's see what Euro NZD is doing. Retracing also. Look, I cannot be FOMOing with this. I'm not entering still. And if this thing start to run without me when I'm waiting for deeper retracement because of the spread problem, then I will figure something out. But as of now, we are still not in because of the problems with the shit that I'm having here. Maybe if you give like a little bit deeper retracement into this order block, it would be good. But yeah, this is the idea here still. So yeah, fair value gap. If it hits the equilibrium, then I'm in. The M30 actually that didn't get hit either, so but I'm more interested in that M15 one. Look, man, I cannot do much about this shit, man. This is point where I stay patient, and if I miss these kind of moves because of the spread problem, then I'll figure something out, man. But this is a learning point for me regardless. So let's just stay calm about this shit and mark the 50-minute fair value gap equilibrium from there. And stay calm, stay calm. No problem if you miss that shit. You can see how USD CAD would have played out. It's starting to reject. Okay, it's kind of stalling here. Okay, am I really getting in? Well, first of all, this could be valid as a stop loss. Now we're digging really deep, so okay. I mean, the the massive spread my fill is actually up here. But at least my risk level is small right now, and I got the, I don't know what did I get, but this is like a small trade. I'm not looking to make any massive monetary gains. I took a couple of losses this week, broke my rules, took one good trade that was break even. Then let's actually look at my trading journal. So this week Monday was 22nd. So what did I have? 22nd no trade. We took two winners in Tuesday, which was good. Both followed rules. Then loss in Wednesday. Didn't follow rules. That was a bad trade. Be more cautious with being liquidated. Wait for the equilibrium. That's what I learned from that trade. Not gonna make the same mistake again. Then I took yesterday also lost because of my drawn liquidity was kind of wrong. I wasn't mindful about the markets. I wasn't concentrating enough, and I just took the short because it looked like a good trade, but obviously it wasn't, and also broke my rules. Bad trade. This tape reading idea, which matters not, and here. So yeah, couple of losers. Also that, oh, the AUDUSD was yesterday. Wait, no, Wednesday. No, I'm sure it was for Thursday though. Alright, is this? No, surely it was Thursday. Yeah. Let's just take a look at that. July 25th. So yeah, now it's correct. So I've done some mistakes today. This week we are pushing lower. I'd rather take these trades and lose and then learn and lose and learn than always not to trade, because I feel bad about entering and I'm like fearful and I don't want to risk anything and I don't want to lose. Like I would rather not be fearful about losing and take a trade because I feel like, and it seems like it's gonna run to my TP because of my analysis. So now I understand this could end up not working and it doesn't look too good right now, but what can I do? This is the reason why I'm not a profitable trader as of now. I just need to be willing to take the loss when the loss kind of comes, and I'm trading with small money. I'm 5k funding this challenge account. If I lose the account, doesn't really matter. When it kind of clicks fully, then it wouldn't take more than like a couple of weeks to pass a challenge. So I would rather lose now and learn from my mistakes and stuff like that. Maybe GBP NZD was actually worse because now it seems like Euro NZD is not like the reason why we're getting so much down volume, because Euro NZD wants to also come down, which would be bad for me because then GBP NZD is giving even more down action. But at this point, I really don't know where the draw really is. And I also I'm not sure if New York session should be There should be something where I would see like price heavily pushing to the draw. Maybe that's going to happen in Asia and London more. As of now, my stop is somewhere at that region. So my stop is there, but if it hits my stop, it's actually probably going to trigger my stop once it's around there. So what can you do, mate? I mean, the structure is bad. The market today, maybe today is the day when you shouldn't have the executor, but maybe Friday wants to choose retrace. Heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight train. This is how we rise up. Sorry about that. So that's absolutely horrendous. 5-minute close, no bottom wick, nothing. 15-minute close, same sheet. That's absolutely horrendous. At this point, I don't really think that we're going to run to so-called TP. But this wasn't too high probability anyways. Like if you look at this, there's no fair value gap in this up range here. Like it's super choppy. Like why am I expecting this to continue higher? Like I mean, the bias just kind of tells me to go long, and it's still not hit my stop loss, so everything would work out fine, just fine. But I'm keeping. I would say I'm staying with my buy still. Maybe shouldn't have executed during New York session because the pair is a little bit like that. But again, these kind of lessons have to be learned. So Euro NZD looks much nicer because it's much more. It looks much more healthier as a retracement, even if we are still expecting to see up action. Whereas on GBP NZD, the retracement looks like it's going to kill us. It's hunting our stop loss. And this is why I don't risk 0. This is why I don't risk 1% every trade, because these kind of trades are just I will say though, if we get stopped out and then this kind of trade would hold and move higher, then I will say that the problem wasn't so much the trade, it's more that it was kind of bad luck, chose the wrong pair. If it just ends up doing like this and moves higher, creates SMT with this shit, and this doesn't sweep that low and moves higher, then it's just like a bad luck, chose the wrong pair. Maybe what would be the way of choosing the right pair if that kind of thing happens? If would be just looking at the structure down here, see that it's so choppy, there's no fair value gaps, do not enter from that. Euro NZD would be much more reasonable to enter from that, because you see these kind of clear fair value gaps being respected. The structure looks much nicer. So maybe this is something that I can journal about. And you know, when you make huge amount of mistakes and you journal all of them, then I can read all my lessons from here. Okay, I have multiple times. Wait for the equilibrium. Wait for the equilibrium. Wait for the equilibrium. Wait for the equilibrium. When you get that multiple times like that to your face, it starts to get ingrained in your brain that okay, I will wait for the equilibrium, and at some point you just won't break the rule no more because you see that lesson here. So just I would rather take this every time and lose this and maybe learn to. I don't know what I'm going to learn from this because realistically I don't know. Let's just continue looking at this shit. So the I just feel like this is low probability trading conditions. Like there are many pairs that kind of seem like they are offering chances, but there are not many chances that look like they are working out, and just don't like this. The XY is kind of consolidating. The XY is good roadmap for your trading, and if you're trading forex like this, and it just doesn't look good, man. Not in any single way, and our stop loss is filled. So my stop was at that low. What can I do, man? So that was $16. Let's see how much we lost. So the stop loss was at $16. Let's see how much we lost due to spread. I mean $17. So it's not like the worst case, worst thing you can ever have, but you're clearly pushing to that low. I will taper this now till the end, especially look at the Euro NZD and then figure out what went wrong. Because yesterday we took that high and that high, but we closed still very strong bullish, so like I don't know. Learn from the mistakes that we make. That's the new theme of the channel. I don't know what I'm waffling right now. Fuck. This is kind of funny though. Look at this fucking trade. There's not a slightest pip in profit. So clearly the bias was wrong. Clearly. But let's say I enter from this. I would enter from 2R there. So how often do we sweep London High and London Low in New York session with these NCD pairs? Doesn't happen in here. Nope. 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 That's super shallow. And I don't even know if that happens or is that equalize. Nope. Yeah, shallow one. Nope. Yes. Yes. Nope. 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 Shallow one. Again, shallow one, sweep the high, go for a low, but yes, happens. Nope. 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 Yes. Nope. Yes. Nope. 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 Yes. Nope. Nope. Yes. Nope. I wouldn't say the session closes here, so it kind of runs it, but nope. 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 Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Nope. 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 Yep. Yeah. No. So you can see how that works out. I don't know the statistics, but like very often more often than not, we don't do that shit where we reverse after sweeping some of the higher lows. So that would tell me that the possibilities for us to move somewhere higher or consolidate is much higher than for us to now go for the lows here. I don't know what's the probability in GBP and ZD, but we clearly broke those probabilities. This has been a little bit bad week, not gonna lie, man. But you know, let's stay positive. Let's look at the week. So we got the 2 winners in Tuesday. What was it? That was Friday. This is the first winner. That was a good trade. This one was a good trade as well. So let's say I'm still having a little bit of problems with executing and risking the right amount and executing at the right time. But let's say I made 2% with both of these, 4%, lost 1% there because of error. Okay, break even there. Would be 3% up for the week. I lost 1% there because of error. Would be 2% still up. Then we took a loss there. Took a break even on Euro USD in the morning. Okay, so overall would be still 2% up for the week. This is actually where I took a loss, and I would have taken a winner if I was not making the loss or the problem here. Didn't commit the mistake, you know what I'm saying? So let's say in the best case scenario I didn't take a loss here, and I got a winner with that, so that would be plus 6%. Let's say I didn't took that because my understanding of the market didn't or you know, I knew why this didn't work out after it didn't work out, but when I executed I just couldn't see it with my stupid eyes. So let's say I didn't even execute that. Wait, fee 6% up for the week. Let's say even if this was like an A plus setup and it was fine to take that, it would be 5% up for the week. So, like, this is doesn't like this is not that bad as it looks like. What this shit. Maybe I shouldn't trade these like weird pairs. I mean, maybe it could be like a. Maybe I could have a rule where I trade GBP NZD, for example, only in London session, because I don't trade Asian session anyway, and GBP NZD shouldn't move during New York like I want to, because if you think about the reason, GBP likes London, New Zealand dollar likes Asia, so there's nothing that in here that likes New York session. So that could be a good rule. So then, like, Euro CAD would be something that I could trade both London and New York, because CAD likes New York, Euro likes London. So actually, I'm gonna just make that rule right now. I don't know if that helps anything, but it just makes a lot of sense if you think about it. If I took that M15 trade just like that, it could make a lot of sense, because if the buy is supported longs, this kind of trade would make a lot of sense, because we got 50-minute fair value gap. Okay, what then? Sweep of sell side. Break of structure to the upside. Asian range liquidity swept both sides. We got a wick, nice liquidity target there. We got fair value gap down here. We got news event that could push price easily down here. That's why we could easily get our entry down here. We could easily then have our stop down here and have this kind of trade play out. So this is actually not a bad setup. Now maybe when I become a better trader, I will be able to catch these kind of trades. Right now it just didn't fit my plan, for the reason that we're kind of consolidating the last few days. We are in reversal point. We swept buy side in that daily fair value gap, but I'm really not sure where we're pushing here. And we're kind of stacking these lows, but I don't know if that matters, because it's Friday. We could still see like a retracement for the rest of end of the week. So it doesn't look that bad. I'm going to journal this trade as a case study idea. So I'm just journal a little bit now. You can see it's lifetime. This valuable shit. So EURUSD, I will journal the ideas from yesterday, which I started here. You can pause this and read these things if you want to. But so yeah, I missed one idea from that. So yeah, that's the journaling from my Euro ideas for from yesterday. I didn't execute none of these, but this would have been the trade here, the long that I just journaled here. That's M15 long. We could have also executed this, but I wouldn't have done that. I'm certain of that. Okay, so that's done now. Let's just then let's just not have anything there because it's not really important. That's tape reading, journaling. Let's have again this here. So let's just look at this is pretty much the same idea. Okay. So sorry about that. So Okay, so this is pretty much how I journal my setups and trades, and I also like to journal these trades that I'm not actually taking, because the thing is, these are still something to learn from. I can learn from these still. So like and the journaling and reflecting is the best way to do that. So it's pretty nice still to kind of have these things journaled. So yeah, that's the Euro USD tape reading. Tape read, there you go. So let's have a let's journal that. The thing is, I don't know if I want to journal this just yet, because the thing is, we're still not played out fully. I don't know if we are what we can do kind of type sheets. But I like this trade. It's not that bad. But okay, with sweat buy side, there's fair value gap to target. But we're kind of consolidating, and the only reason why I would support this idea is because we could be willing to see like a retracement at the end of the Friday. But that's really the only reason why I would be entering this. Obviously, I do understand that there's a gap, and there is a reason to go down there. Especially after buy side sweep, so I don't know, maybe this is not that bad setup at the end of the day. EuroCAD. I wouldn't be willing to enter unless I can have my stop like really well down here, which would fit this candle down there. And I would be having to hold over weekend, so really the target should be either this one, or then if I want to hold up here, I need to hold over the weekend and possible like new week open gap and stuff like that. So I would rather just reduce my stop would be then here, and I would be wanting to see market coming down to that gap. But realistically, I'm not going to expect much more action. Like, market comes to that gap and then it consolidates and market closes. So, what's the point of taking that kind of shit anyway? With this though, look, I take a stupid loss. I don't really know if it's stupid. I don't really know. Obviously, I shouldn't have taken this because of this. If the market is doing that shit here, why would it all of a sudden start moving clean? I mean, of course it could, but I have to react to what market has given me. And market is giving me choppy action, so I cannot expect it to actually change the action now to clean. Maybe I wanted to induce that low. But I don't know. I'm going to journal this trade soon. It's better to take a loss in this kind of scenario than to think about these things and never learning whether or not it's a good idea to take a trade here. The best way to learn is to feel the pain and understand where the pain comes from, and journaling on your flawed thinking, because there clearly was some flaws. That wasn't a too clean trade. So, I don't know. Maybe I should do this shit where with the journal, I will journal every tape reading from the day to the same, For example, here I would like tape trading, and then I tag every pair that I'm tape reading here. So here I would actually, we need to create another one. Multi-select pair, and then just have USD CAD, Euro USD, so then we can have, so here we had a, so let's put gold there, GBP USD, AUD USD, Euro USD, that was that, USD CAD, Euro AUD, USD CAD, Euro USD, GBP CAD, so we can now remove this shit, delete property. So for example, Euro USD, tape reading, and then we, so for example here I only tape read Euro USD, so I'm only gonna put that one, but here I would put Euro USD CAD because I'm tape reading both of them, and I will put the USD CAD setup here as well. So this would be a break-even play at that point, because we are past that London low. But this is a pretty nice way of learning, and like, this is the best way to learn, man. And remember, we're still learning. So yeah, with this we came back down to that gap. I would say this is even like a bearish SMT with that high getting swept in Euro USD like that. So this could be a bearish sign, even like, I don't necessarily like these things that I'm seeing right now. So let's just journal this USD CAD real quick. So what's up? So we got all of this shit here. So I'm pretty much does some type of monthly high. Yeah. And that got swept yesterday, so Thursday. So the context is just have like a little bit bigger heading. There you go. So the context, let's just put that a little bit lower. There you go. What the prop? There you go. So hey yo, brother, could you please crop that caption? So I don't like these caption sheets. Let's just have them like this way and then align that. There you go. No. So that. So that could be traded into as we are finishing the week. So let's just have this like so. So then we go to 4 hour. So nothing notable here. Hourly chart. So yeah, this is pretty much a missed opportunity there. Yeah, this is a missed opportunity, but this was totally valid trade in my opinion. Looking at this in hindsight, and maybe you could have entered from like. I mean, this is kind of mad, but there's a small parallel gap with that volume imbalance there. If you are super bearish, you could even do something like this. But yeah, this is kind of my model in higher time frame. I usually trade like M15 like this, but I've realized that an hourly chart works totally fine. So, but we're successful reading this tape, and like things will work out for us. I'm totally sure about that. Look, even with the GBP NZD took the wrong pair. Maybe Euro NZD is now rejecting and going where we were expecting it to go. Now the volume is not really there as of now. Looking at the M1, it's kind of choppy. I don't know, maybe this was just a bad trade, but I'm generally also. So that's a tape reading. I will journal also my Euro USD sell this morning. It was date this morning. It was break even pair Euro USD. So let's go. So there is. Let's go through this Euro USD real quick. So I try to sell Euro USD. Oh, actually, I had all the things in here. Wait a second. There you go. But what? What is this? Do I have some weird indicator here? Oh yeah. Anyhow, these are the things that I had. Okay, let's go. Let's go look at the checklist. Clear hard time frame bias. So is there really? It's not that clear. Because if you look at the structure here, we are in the exactly in that 4-hour order block rejecting away. 4-hour fair value gap rejecting away. Friday, how am I going to expect retracement? Expansion all the way down there. Yeah, the pattern is maybe valid in like lower time frame, but no, there's no clear high temp price, so that's breaking rules. So liquidity sweep and or delivery from FAG. Yeah, clear target. Yeah, these lows, but when the high time frame doesn't support us taking those lows, why would we take them? 500. There you go. Premium discounted zones. Yeah. Lesson. So we had clear hot time frame target, but price, but the price gave us a reason to not go there. So this is what we learned. So I'm actually making mistakes here, man. Those are actually bad. Hey yo. Exclamation marks, there you go. Oh shit. So this is why you're not, or this is why I'm not profitable yet. Rules broken, rules broken, rules broken, rules broken, rules broken, rules broken. Then the tape reading shows that I actually can identify these real good setups as well. Euro USD. Out of these, I would have rather executed that USD CAD, and it ended up working out at least right, like what it looks like right now. So the real challenge for me is now to be able to execute the right setups and not to break the rules. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So clearly we are pulling back up now and not really willing to go all either to that daily fair value gap, which kind of makes sense. It's a breakaway gap. But I guess breakaway gaps can be traded into after a major buy side swept, so that could still be there. So what if I would taper this now? We would be break even now. Let's just write it here already as well. Sorry. So we would be break even and possibly break even would hit already as well. And Euro USD would be. Look at that Euro NZD as well, man. Like I have no clue if it's going to ever pull up there. But at least the reaction would be nicer than the GBP NZD that we kinda got. But do you want to take the pair that is already in the area? Do you want to take the one that would need much more work to do to calm down? Because sometimes you will miss the move, sometimes you will lose if you chose the wrong pair. But I guess there was a reason, total reason to not take that. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. Peace, produce.